everyone, it's Queen of Light 1111. Happy Friday. So coming to you with your weekend edition reading here. Wanted to let you know we're doing the same thing here that we've done. We have the overall energies, we have the head, heart, 3D space. I did use the after tarot like I usually do. We have current connective energies and future energies, and then I used a deck that I have that's called Blessed Be by Lucy Cavendish. And I just got some advice from Spirit for the masculine individually, advice for the feminine, and both regarding their connection. So some advice for the masculine from Spirit around his connection, and then the same for the feminine. And then I got one for them as a collective couple. Like, what is the advice for them, about what to do go forward. Okay, we have a lot of repeating cards here. The cards that repeat quite often is the King of Swords comes out 2 times, Queen of Swords comes out 2 times. It's all about the truth. And it's all about wisdom, right? It's being a person of honor, of integrity. So that King of Swords comes out 2 times, Queen of Swords comes out 2 times. We have the World that comes out 2 times as well, as it comes out 3 times. The World comes out 3 times, as well as another card, the Wheel of Fortune, comes out once. But for me, 3 World cards and the Wheel of Fortune, 2 times Wheel of Fortune, there's some major completion going on. And the bottom of the deck for this Blessed Be kind of scared me a little bit. It said something about the last breath, a blessing for the last breath. And I was like, oh my God, is somebody going to die? But what I got was, and I'm going to tell you in advance because I was just like, I quickly had to clarify that there is a death in this connection. We've been getting the death card for several weeks now. And the death is occurring in this connection and in the way that things were, okay? And this is the final breath of this relationship as it was, because the cycle is completing. The wheel is turning. The wheel is turning so that we can get into a higher vibrational state. The other cards that come up twice is the 7 of Pentacles. The 10 of Cups comes out 1, 2 times. I feel like there's a third, but the 10 of Cups comes out a few times here. And so at any rate, I just feel like this is a very, very pivotal time. I know you guys are like, oh, you should have been saying that, but never have I gotten so much indication of completion than and the 6.5 months that I've been running my channel, I've never gotten the World card and the Wheel so many times. So again, this is very much the completion of something, and then getting that last breath card for the message from Spirit is like, literally, this is the last breath of this connection as they know it. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Bottom of the deck for their overall energy is the 5 of Pentacles. Right now, they're both kind of feeling like they are without each other. This is a card of lack, a card of self-esteem, self-worth. This is the card of abandonment, rejection. So they're very much feeling like this connection is, not that they've abandoned each other or that they've rejected it, and they are not communicating. The High Priestess comes out 2 times. The Devil comes out 2 times. And so I just feel like the masculine's starting to get to a place where, he's really changing. He's wanting to move away from things that did not serve him. But the feminine's getting a little stuck. And what I really feel like she's stuck on is, I feel like she's stuck on communication, wanting communication, or helping or having communication that will help her heal. And I get that all day long. But I just feel like the thing is, and this is my personal opinion, take it or leave it. I just feel like if you chase your masculine, you are going to delay all of this major progress that he's been making, and he's going to come back much sooner than then is divinely guided or divinely willed, and you don't want to stop him from growing. If you get back together prematurely, then you just go straight into separation again. So I know a lot of you are not in communication. In fact, this collective is not in communication at this time, or it's very, very little and not fruitful. And so they're just really looking for that communication that they have been waiting for. So it's just kind of like, stop waiting, stop putting the pressure on communication. All right, guys. Another card that comes up 2 times is the Emperor. And by the way, the Ten of Cups comes out 3 times. 1, 2, 3 times. I just saw it. Anyway, let's go ahead and get to the reading. Oh, real quick, before I do, Laura and I have our webinar, Divine Feminine, Masculine, and Union Energies. We have our seminar around how to step into your feminine power, how to balance masculine energies, and step into balancing masculine and feminine energies on February 9th. So please go to her webpage, beagoodsoul.com, beagoodsoul.com. Click on webinars, click on 2B1, and that's where you will see our series. And again, this coming month in February, we are going to be announcing our California tour dates. So look out for that in the upcoming weeks, okay? But your opportunity to see us and participate with us in an interactive webinar is on February 9th. So go to her webpage, beagoodsoul.com, click on webinars, 2B1. Buy those tickets ASAP, okay? Because it's going to happen next week. And again, my tarot classes launched on Sunday. I'm so excited to see all of you and work with all of you. So yeah, don't forget, if you signed up, we go live on Sunday. All right, let's go to this. Bottom of the deck, 5 of Pentacles, rejection, abandonment, all of those things. That's what's the underlying energy. Bottom of the deck for the Divine Masculine, 7 of Pentacles. What I'm really getting from the 7 of Pentacles, though, is that yes, there is a period of pause, but it's fine. You know why? Because he's finally, actually, this is the bottom of the deck for the Connective Energy. But anyway, 7 of Pentacles came out for him. So what I'm saying here is it's good. 7 of Pentacles is good. Here, he is finally seeing the value in this connection through this pause, okay? So through this pause, through this period of non-communication, through his transformation and his change, this masculine is actually valuing this connection, something that I don't feel like he has done before, okay? That is his underlying energy, 7 of Pentacles. He's in a period of pause. He is in a period of evaluation, but valuing himself and his connection with his feminine. Bottom of the deck for her, 2 of Cups. 2 of Cups. She wants union, right? I mean, you know, she's in her power, she's strong, but she's showing up as the High Priestess only, which is a match to his overall energy. Not only, it's a good place to be. She's all wise, all knowing, says nothing, which means she is not going to communicate. So I just feel like that's good energy. That's really good energy for her to be in at this place in her ascension, is that she is not going to communicate because she is the High Priestess. And as much as she wants it, she's wise enough to know that she wants her masculine to continue to heal, to continue to grow and evolve and ascend, so they can come together and he can be the High Priest and she can be the High Priestess, okay? So bottom of the deck for him, he's seeing value. Bottom of the deck for her, she wants union. Bottom of the deck for the overall energies is 5 of Pentacles. It's like they've rejected this or feeling rejected from each other in this connection. Bottom of the deck for the After Tarot is the Queen of Swords, the all-wise, the all-knowing, the one that speaks her truth because she is truthful. It is a match to the King of Swords in her overall energy. It's the match of to the King of Swords that is in his heart space. And it's the Queen of Swords is a match to the Queen of Swords here that comes out in the Connective Energy. And it's because she's led the way. It's because she's led the way. So 7 of Pentacles, 2 of Cups, value union, value the truth. And the Queen of Swords lit the way to have this relationship now evolve and ascend into something that is higher vibrational, that is honest, that can be rooted in the truth. Okay, so Now that we got all that out of the way, here's where we are. Divine masculine, his overall energy, not any, I didn't say anything to do with anything in his overall energy. What the hell is happening to his overall energy today? It could be unrelated to the feminine or related to the feminine. Well, first card out, High Priestess. So apparently it's related to the feminine. His High Priestess, she is the High Priestess. They are not in communication. When they're in communication, I can see her coming out as Empress and stuff in his energy. Also, but when I get High Priestess more often than not, I just feel like they're not communicating. So today, he's communicating with her telepathically. He's also going into his own intuition, into his own, he's becoming wiser. But this is the divine feminine in his overall energy. And what happens next is the World card. And it's like he's looking to complete a cycle. Again, he's looking to complete a cycle in this connection in his life. In his life, really, because this is overall energy. He wants to change his life. He wants to complete a cycle in his life. An 8 of Cups. He wants to walk away and move away from the things that did not serve him. A lot of readers, including myself, will read the 8 of Cups as moving on, moving away from something. But where is this person going? This person's going to find the other 2 cups. Where are the 2 cups? In her space. Where is the two cups that make the 10 of Cups? In her overall energy. So for me, this is indication that he is the High Priestess, is in his overall energy. He's completing a cycle and he's walking away from karmic relationships, from situations and things did not serve him, because he's going to look for his union. He's going to look for his feminine, and he's going to find the 2 cups, and he's on his way to his feminine. Because now, Ace of Swords, he has clarity. This is also a match to her 3D space, which tells me that this clarity is obviously around the connection. It's confirmation that the clarity is around this connection, and he's had a breakthrough, and that is why now he is eager to complete the cycle and move towards and find his feminine, okay? Reunite with his feminine. So what's happening in her overall energy? 10 of Cups. So this is where the other 2 cups are, right? They're holding it. 2 cups. They're holding it. 2 hands are holding the 2 cups that he is looking for. 8 cups are here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 cups are here, okay? Or 9 rather, but this is the one that they're holding together. But at any rate, the point is that he's coming for the 2 cups that sit in her overall energy. And in her overall energy, or her underlying energy, first base, and in her overall energy, she's got the 10 of Cups. So energetically, while she may be desiring communication, she knows he's coming, okay? But she's feeling a little stuck in her 3D world. This is the Devil card. This came up 2 times for her. It came up in her 3D space and now in her overall energy. And I just feel like maybe there's some obsession, there's overthinking about communication, and maybe there's even desire for her to reach out, but don't do it, okay? Again, take or leave the advice. But I'm telling you, if this was one of my clients, if this was a sister or a girlfriend or somebody, I would say don't do it, because you're stopping him from completing his final healing. He is on his way to you. He is completing cycles. He's on the last breath of this old life. Do not get in the way of it. Do not distract him. So he's coming for this 10 of Cups, the 2 that are in your underlying energy. He's coming to find those 2 cups. And what happens is you want the 10 of Cups. You've been waiting a long time, and here's the Devil's energy, okay? So it's like you're feeling stuck. You're overthinking. You're over-obsessing, maybe around communication or when union will occur, okay? And I say that because the 10 of Pentacles follows. And it's like, you know, she wants this long-term. She wants to set up this legacy. And I'm saying the overall energy has to do with her, but her masculine's in it because it's King of Swords, just like the feminine is in it, in his overall energy too. So this is not just about her and her independence and her legacy, and it could be, but in this case today, this Friday, her legacy includes her masculine, who is the King of Swords, which is who he is in his heart space. So I just feel like, girls, ladies, do not reach out. Let him finish his healing. Stop obsessing about the communication or maybe what's occurred. It's too much in your 3D space. And I'm saying it's about communication because the Eight of Wands comes up next to the Devil card in the 3D space. So again, in the overall energy for him, he's not communicating with his feminine, the High Priestess. He is completing a cycle. He is moving away from things that did not serve him. And he's going to find the Two Cups. The Two Cups that sit in her underlying energy, okay, to find the Ten of Cups, because he's had a breakthrough. He's had clarity. He knows what he wants. Why? Because he is evaluated. He has paused. He has taken the time to really pause the connection and evaluate it and now value this connection, okay? For her overall energy, she's wants him to come forward so that they can join forces. They can come together into union, but she's stuck on this. How are we going to make it happen in the 3D world when he's not talking to me? He being the King of Swords. He hasn't come forward with the truth. Well, stop waiting for communication is all I have to say. I know it's hard. I know it. I get it. But stop. So in his headspace, when he is thinking about his feminine, what is in his headspace? First card, Page of Cups. He wants to make an offer of love. Ten of Cups, match to her Ten of Cups. Match to the Ten of Cups, which is a clarifier to the Last Breath card. So he wants to make an offer of love in his headspace. He wants to have emotional bliss. He wants to create this family, this love of life and partnership with his feminine. He wants to manifest that as the Magician with who? The Queen of Pentacles, 3D Queen, because he's trying to ground his feminine. And he comes out, his last card out is a match, King of Pentacles. He's going to ground her because he's evolving. So wants to make an offer of this family, love, life, of this Ten of Cups. He wants to manifest that with his Queen of Pentacles. But right now, there is a conflict. Five of Swords. He's feeling like he's lost her. Okay, Five of Swords is a card of defeat. It's a very, very tough energy. Nobody looks happy in this card, not even the guy holding the swords. Okay, so the person holding the swords, not happy. The person who lost the battle, not happy. Nobody's happy. Everybody lost. Nobody won in this connection. That's why they are in the Five of Pentacles energy as their overall energy, because just because someone spoke their truth or honored themselves doesn't mean that they don't feel the loss of the person that they love, okay? So what happens after this, right? He wants to make an offer. He wants the Ten of Cups. He wants to manifest this Ten of Cups, this family, home, marriage, all of this with his Queen of Pentacles, but they are in conflict. What happens after he gets it together? Six of Cups. They come into reunion. This is about soulmate connections, divine partnerships. They come into union. What happens in her headspace when she thinks about her masculine? Well, we have Three of Swords. In her headspace, okay, this is not in her heart, right? But I know she's sad in her heart, but she's got sadness in her head too. Because why? Devil card is about thinking, obsessing. She's sad. She's sad. Who's she? High Priestess. Match to his overall energy, because they're not talking, okay? Death. She's like, this relationship has died, and that's why she's sad. She's like, I'm not hearing from him. I really don't feel that this is a card of transformation in this case, because with the Three of Swords and the High Priestess, I just feel like she's really mourning the death. Remember, last breath is in their collective message from spirit. This is death. And so she just feels like this relationship has died, and it's stressing her out. And as much stress, sadness, and anxiety she's in, she's still holding hope with the Star card. And the Star is a match to his 3D space. So while he is undergoing all of these changes and is completing things, she's feeling that energy. She's like, I'm sad. This relationship is dead. We are not talking. And I can't sleep, but I still have hope. Like one last percent of hope she has for this connection to manifest, okay? What happens after this in her headspace? Well, Seven of Pentacles in the After Tarot. This is the third time it came out. It's in his underlying energy. It is in the underlying energy of the current connection. So basically what's saying is, she's planted her seeds. She's going to let it die, or she's going to stop taking care of it. She's going to stop watering it because it's dead. So what is she going to do, right? She's going to stop watering it. She does have that last bit of effort, of hope, of this connection, but she's going to stop putting in effort. What happens when she stops putting in effort? Look at all of these pentacles that bloom, and now she can pick the fruit from her labor of love. Seven of Pentacles. Okay, what's happening in his heart space when he feels for his feminine? King of Swords. He wants to be the King of Swords, a man of integrity, someone who speaks his truth and actually roots himself in the truth. Match to her overall energy. He wants to come forward, the Knight's energy. He wants to come blazing forward with the truth, but he's a little guarded. Four of Shields, Four of Pentacles, and I really feel like it has a lot to do with this Five of Pentacles energy. He's just not sure how she is going to receive him. But the wheel is turning, okay? He's going to be forced to do something. And I don't know, and I'll tell you what that is in the after tarot. But these karmics are coming off with this Wheel of Fortune. So if there's third-party situations, again, matches kind of this Eight of Cups, this world in the Eight of Cups. Things are completing. Cycles are completing. The wheel is going to turn into a better time. And what happens when this wheel turns? These two flow out together. Ten of Swords. We just got this, I feel like yesterday, in my masculine message, or the divine feminine, masculine and feminine conversation messages. The cycle ends. Ten of Swords. Cycle ends. The death. Here's another death. So she's got the death card. We've got the last breath card here in the message from Spirit. And then we get to have this new beginning. 10 to 1. Okay. This cycle, this period ends. The body is carried out, which is kind of symbolic for me as this old relationship is being carried out and buried. And now we spring from the ground into this new relationship, this new and improved relationship. So what happens for her? Well, Knight of Wands energy. So in her heart space, she wants him to come forward. Okay, she does. She wants him to come forward, but this is Knight of Wands, and she knows that she wants him to come forward, but not as the knight, but she does want action. Okay, so she wants him to take action because Ten of Cups. She wants the Ten of Cups again. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4 times now. She wants him to come forward, come charging forward so that they can manifest this family life, this emotional bliss, this contract of marriage, okay, or commitment. But she's retreated, Four of Swords, and that's what she's sad about. It's like, he's not even coming for me. He's not even communicating with me. So Four of Swords, this is another person, looks like they've died, okay? And so now, she's also kind of experiencing this like retreat, this recuperation, this healing. Because she's like, this is over. Remember, this sits right underneath the death card. So she's just feeling like it's totally over. Four of Swords. And then what happens after? Nine of Wands. So this very much goes with her Nine of Swords and Star card, which is like, I'm so wounded. I'm bleeding. My heart is broken, but I still have my wand and I'm going to keep going. Okay. So what happens in the future as related to her masculine in her heart space? Well, they're going to start fighting for their connection. Seven of Wands. Who's going to fight, though? The Emperor. Match to the Emperor that sits in the clarifiers for that last breath card. And Ace of Cups. The new love begins. Okay, so she's got a lot of nines, right? She's got the Nine of Swords. She's got the Nine of Wands. She's kind of feeling very alone. She's in the Devil's energy, in her overall energy, and in her 3D space. So she's kind of like, I'm feeling a little alone. I'm feeling like, this relationship is over, but there's going to be this new breath of air that comes, remember, from the cycle ending, and people start fighting for their connection. And it's going to be the Emperor who fights, and this cup of love will overflow, and they will have a renewal of love. Okay, so where is he in the 3D space as related to his feminine? What is happening right now in his 3D space? Okay. So Fool, the Fool card, he wants a new beginning. Two of Shields, unsure how to balance this, how to get it. But he too has hope. Star card matches her overall headspace. He too has hope. He is the 3D king. King of Shields matches the queen in his headspace. So what happens with this kind of, I'm trying to figure out what the hell to do. How am I going to get this new beginning? I have hope to be with my queen as the 3D king. Well, what happens? He actually releases the pain. This is Three of Swords. It's a match to his 3D space, okay? This pain gets released. He heals her heart, heals his own. This is also the removal of third-party situations, which is what this Eight of Cups is, which is what this Wheel of Fortune is. And oh, by the way, came out with the Wheel of Fortune card. So this is telling me in the 3D, our masculine is the karmics are flying off. Third parties are flying off. He is healing his heart. He's cutting out third parties, and he is going to heal the heart of his feminine. What happens to her in the 3D space? Well, Five of Wands. Five of Wands is a match to did we get the Five of Wands earlier? Oh, God help me. Well, this is conflict, Five of Wands, okay? So I just feel like this is in her 3D space because they are still in conflict. We have the Five of Swords here, so this is the Five of Wands. So he feels defeated. He feels like he's lost his feminine. And she's kind of in like, we're in conflict still, okay? And that's why she's got this sadness. That's why she's got this anxiety. That's why she has this wounded energy and she's retreated from the connection because he hasn't healed the conflict with her. He hasn't balanced things out. So she's like, this is, I know this is over, but like, I feel like I'm still in conflict. This is also her own inner conflict because she's got the devil's energy. So she's in inner conflict. She's got the devil again in her 3D space, matched to her overall energy. She's thinking this is the shadow of the lovers card, right? So she's feeling stuck in like, yes, it's over. I need to get over this. I need to get over my attachment to communication. And so, she's just having inner conflict about that. And here's that communication card. So it's like inner conflict attached to communication from her masculine, but Ace of Swords matches the Ace of Swords in his headspace. And I feel like she's going to get clarity. She's going to get clarity. She's going to have a breakthrough around this communication. Why? Because she's going to lay down the burden. She's going to lay down the burden of wanting communication from him, and the sun's going to shine. This matches the sun's energy in the current connection. So I just feel like as much as she wants communication and that she may even like want to be the person who communicates, I just feel like I don't advise it. I don't advise it at this time because she's spoken her truth already. So maybe for those of you who have not spoken your truth, but your masculine did want you or whatever. I mean, I just feel like if you're guided and you haven't spoken your truth, but don't wait. I wouldn't speak my truth if it's been 5 years. You know what I mean? Like, make sure it's timely. So if you haven't spoken your truth and haven't been honest and authentic about what it is that you want, then maybe that's what you do. But I just feel like still in my heart, in my gut, my intuition, what I'm channeling is the feminine should not be reaching out because the masculine is in such an awesome place of change, and you reaching out can further delay his union back to you. You might start talking, and then because you reach out, you might start talking and he'll be so happy, but he's not done healing yet, and you are going to go back into separation. Mark my words, if he doesn't come back to you, then he is not done healing. If he is your true twin flame, when he is done healing, he's coming back. He's going to come back. He's going to reach out. So just remember that, okay? So let's do top down. Masculine wants to make an offer, but in the truth, and stay rooted in the truth and have a new beginning with his feminine. Okay, he wants this 10 of Cups, marriage, family, commitment. He wants to come forward with the truth again about that's what he wants, but he's unsure about how to do this because his heart and his mind are kind of unbalanced at this time. He wants to manifest something again, a little guarded, a little stubborn about how to do it, but he has hope for this connection with his feminine, okay? His feminine is the Queen of Pentacles, but he feels like he lost her because of karmics, okay? And so now these karmics are coming off of the wheel because he is now in his king power. He is getting rid of third-party energies, okay? So then what happens in the after tarot? Well, in the after tarot, once he gets this all sorted out and the karmics fly off, well, there's going to be reunion. There is the end of a cycle, the death of this old relationship and the beginning of a new one. Hearts are healed, karmics have flown off, and now he's in a better cycle with his divine feminine. Okay, where are we top down for her? She's heartbroken over this Knight of Wands, the guy who's in and out, okay? And there's conflict because of that type of energy. because she's outgrown it and he should too. Now she's the high priestess, okay? She's not communicating with him, but she wants this emotional bliss with him, and she's stuck. She's feeling stuck. She's overthinking about how are we going to materialize this 10 of Cups in the 3D if we are not talking. This relationship is over. I am like healing myself from the death of this connection because we're not communicating, okay? We're not communicating, and it feels very over to her. Now we have, for her, she's stressed out because it feels like it's over, but she does have this last ditch of hope. She's not going to give out, and she is going to have clarity and hopes that he has clarity about this connection as well. All right, let's take a look at the after tarot for her. There's so many cards. Let's see. Okay, we have finally, she's patient. She waited. And she didn't do anything. She didn't communicate. She let him heal. Now she can pick the fruits of her labor of love, her labor of waiting. Her masculine fights for her and offers her this new love, Ace of Cups. They lay down the burdens. She lays down the burdens and the sun shines. Okay? Where are we in the current connection? Bottom of the deck. This is what's truly happening. 7 of Pentacles, but it's mostly on his side. 7 of Pentacles, evaluation and valuation of the connection. They are valuing this connection. Mostly him, because I don't feel like he truly valued this as much before. So in the current connective energy, Page of Cups matches the Page of Cups in his headspace. He wants, there is an offer of love that will be coming, okay? Again, it's the Page energy, but this is an offer nonetheless. Page of Cups in the current connective energy to who? Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is the one who matches the underlying energy for the after tarot. This offer's coming because she spoke and stayed rooted in her truth. This completed this cycle. World card, match to the overall energy for the masculine. The cycle completes. What happens? Union. 4 of Wands. What happens? The sun shines. This is current connective energy. This is what is happening in the connection right now. You don't know it because you're stuck in the devil's energy, feminines, and he's just like in his sadness, trying to walk away, cutting out karmics. But the minute that happens, we go into this connective energy for what is happening simultaneously in this connection. Remember, Page of Cups shows up for him. Right? The World card shows up for him. Queen of Swords shows up in the after tarot. It's because she stayed. So what are the newer cards that are showing up? The 4 of Wands. But the 4 of Wands, to me, matches all this union energy around 10 of Cups that is happening in their space today. But you wouldn't know it because you're not talking. The sun is in the after tarot. So while it looks like it's raining all over this connection, take it as a blessing. Because when it rains, things grow. The sun shines. Things bloom. And labors of love can be picked off the love tree. Okay, how do you like that one? All right, let's get to the messages from Spirit, and then we're going to go into future energies. All right, this is so scary for me, by the way. When I saw this card, this is the bottom of the deck. A blessing for those who are nearing their final breath. I'm telling you right away, intuitively. Well, first of all, I got nervous. I'm like, oh my God, is somebody dying here? But right away, what I got, she's in this death's energy, right? 4 of Swords, death card. He is in all this completion mode, world and wheel and all of this stuff, right? And we have the world in their current connective energy. This relationship is nearing its final breath. It is not completely done yet. This 10 of Swords, it comes out in the after tarot. So we're not completely done with this karmic cycle just yet, okay? So we're going to get there. So that's why they are nearing their final breath. And I really feel like it's both of them. She's going to let go of this old death, devil energy, and he's letting go of things that have killed their connection. And this connection is nearing its final breath. And so that's how they're going to get into this new beginning, is letting this old connection die. So I was like, all right, because it freaked me out a little bit. I was like, please clarify this card. And I got the 10 of Cups and the Hierophant. The Hierophant is the High Priest, match to the High Priestess that comes out 2 times. 10 of Cups comes out now here once, twice in the second time in the masculine's headspace. the third time in the feminine's heart space. And then we have it here. Okay, 10 of Cups. So again, oh, right here. 1, 2, 3, 4 times. So again, it's a clarifier to this nearing death. It's in his headspace. It's in her heart space. And it's in her overall energy. So once this Hierophant, this is about traditions, values, marriage, commitment, but this is also about the match to the High Priestess. When this final breath occurs, and the bottom of the deck for the clarifiers is the Emperor. Okay, so I know it's him. I know it's him. I know it's both of them, but I feel like when this contract, the old contract, ends and has this final breath, mostly due to this High Priest energy and the Emperor's energy, this transformation, once he completes it and finishes the wheel, then we can have this 10 of Cups. I hope that made sense. So bottom line is, both are going through a death experience in this connection. Okay, this connection is almost in the way that it is nearing its final breath. But truly, the death is occurring in her space in that she feels like it's completely over because there's no communication. For him, the death is occurring for him in the way that he was, in the Knight of Wands type of energy that he used to embody, in the karmic situations and the third-party situations that he used to partake in. Those things are dying, the last and final breath of that behavior. And then collectively, for the two of them, this contract is ending in the old way, so we can come into something new and manifest this 10 of Cups. Okay. Boy, sorry, I know that was a mouthful, but I had to get that out so you guys understood the channeling that I got. And it's really happening very significantly for the Emperor, who is the divine masculine, who in the heart space matches the feminine's heart space, in that he's gonna, after this happens, this death happens, he's gonna fight for this connection. Why? 7 of Pentacles energy. He values it. He evaluated it. He's valuing it now. He's fighting for the connection. The Emperor's gonna fight for this connection, offer the love. Okay, so that's how I know that he's the one who's going through the major transformations, because truly she's already gone through it. All right, message from Spirit for the masculine. A blessing for support. So this is like Archangel Michael. This is blue, right? On his horse. But this is not Archangel Michael, but I just felt like the blue. And they have 3 blue cards. And by the way, these cards are all pretty purple, red, etc. But we have 3 blue cards. And I really feel like Archangel Michael is really here supporting and lending strength. And here specifically, the message for the masculine is that he is being supported through this massive change, this massive rebirth. He is not alone. The divine is assisting him. Feminine, you don't need to be his savior. You don't need to reach out. The angels, God, universe, divine, whoever you resonate with is with him, lending him support. And that is the message from the universe to the divine masculine, that they are with you. All right, for her, light blue. So I feel like she's in a more little peaceful place. He's got dark blue because boom, he's going through it, and she's coming out of it into a lighter time. And her blessing is solace and hope. Remember, she's in the death's energy, 4 swords. She's wounded. She's feeling stuck. She's in conflict. Her heart's broken. Poor feminine. So this is the universe, divine, spirit telling you, we're giving you solace and we're giving you hope. We are comforting you in this time where you may be feeling lonely, dejected, rejected, okay? We're giving you hope. We're giving you care. And remember, the star card came out here. Even through all her anxiety, all this wounding, she still has the star. Well, that's what this is. Proof. Still for him, he has the star. They still have hope through this whole death and massive change and metamorphosis. The angels, the spirit, divine, whoever it is that you resonate with, is giving you solace and hope. So what's the message for both of them, the masculine and feminine? A blessing for a fresh start. Can you believe this? These all flew out. So this is death nearing final breath. Now, fresh start. This is for both of them. And so what they're saying is, we're going to give you a new start. Surrender. Surrender the connection to us. Universe is saying, divine is saying, spirit is saying, God is saying, surrender this connection. We're giving you comfort, feminine. We're giving you support, masculine. We're going to give you a blessing for a fresh start. All right, bottom of the deck, future energies Four Swords matches the Four Swords in her heart. It's all about retreat, healing, etc. So when it comes up in my future energies, I'm really feeling like what happened here is they have healed. What happens in this healing in the future? They've healed from this. They're working on their union. The sun is shining on the connection. What happens? They become equal. Six of Pentacles, Ace of Swords. Clarity, breakthrough, wisdom matches his overall energy, matches her 3D space. There becomes more clarity. This relationship is healed. Temperance, it's healed. Because we've let go of things with the Hangman's energy. Why do they let go? And I know this is letting go. One, it came out kind of this way. And for me, when it comes out this way, even though I don't read reversals, I read a story. For me, this means that he let go. They both let go of things and situations that did not serve them. He's got the wheel. He's got the wheel 2 times. He's got the world. We've got the world in their connection. And they've let go of things that don't serve them. And world again. World again. They complete the cycle. Remember, the world is in his overall energy. The world is in the current connective energy. The world is now here in the future. The cycle completes. The cycle completes. They come into union. So don't do anything. Don't get involved. Don't get involved. Continue on your path of healing and ascension. Stay in your goddess and God power here, emperor power, and let the universe guide, lead, and protect it. This connection is divinely protected, and we are in a major, major time of change, okay? We're in a major time of death happening in the connection and in the contract as we know it, and a blessing for a fresh start, okay? Blessing for a fresh start. All right, guys, have a great weekend. And again, if you want to join Laura and I, February 9th, we're having our webinar on divine feminine, masculine, and union energies. Let me know if you guys want to join by going to beagoodsoul.com, clicking on webinars, clicking on 2B1, and you can purchase your seat there. Webinar is on February 9th. Have a great weekend. Talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.